So today's question, and it's been a topic which we haven't spoke about, which should be a big one, but it's just
it will be the moment the season starts.
Yeah, it's
the
just
moment the puck is dropped, this is gonna be the number one thing.
Such a thing, expected thing that's going to happen. We touched on it briefly towards the end of last season, but when will Connor McDavid score his 1,000th NHL point? 645 games so far, and he's on 982. So he needs 18 points to wrap up and get to that 1,000-point mark. I don't know where he stands on like quickest to get to it or anything like that. I would assume he's one of the fastest ever. I mean, at the end of the day, he's not even played 700 games.
You do the math.
God damn it. So that's the question. Let me know in the chat. We're going to go through the schedule right now. When will Connor McDavid score his 1,000th NHL career point?
18th point of the season. So
let's get through it. So we got Winnipeg to start the year, and I will say the Oilers' start to the year is soft.
It's tasty. Look at that.
Very, very soft. So not
going to happen again. Like it's
yeah, no. So Winnipeg to start. So I'll ask you two questions: the earliest it will be, and the latest it will be. Okay. So
Winnipeg. The earliest it will be is that Columbus game. Is that game 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think Columbus could also see that one scoring 5 in that game itself.
Yeah.
So that could happen possibly. Then my other was, so that's 10. Who is that? Nashville is 11. I say Vegas.
Vegas or Vancouver was my latest.
Yeah, I'm saying Vegas is my latest. 15 games to get 18 points. But because you mentioned some of those teams in that first little bit, I could see a couple multi-point nights going there.
Yeah.
Points and Bankroll going to be featuring heavily Connor McDavid during this stretch right here.
Let's go through the October schedule to start the year. So I think Winnipeg, obviously Connor Hellebuck, first game of the year. Typically, those games are relatively low scoring. Obviously, Connor Hellebuck's the best in the league. So
let's say we don't lose 8-1.
Yeah,
is that
we'll be fine.
Last year?
Did we lose 8-1?
Wasn't the first game?
Oh, right. I thought you meant to Winnipeg. Yes, Vancouver. So I'm going to assume that's a low scoring game.
Yep.
Maybe he gets a point in that one. But then you have Chicago, Calgary, Philadelphia, Nashville. Nashville will obviously be better, but we all know Leon Draisaitl runs that town.
He's going to score 5 there.
So say Leon gets 2. McDavid's probably getting at least an assist in that game. I'm going to say he gets 2 against Chicago, Calgary, and Philly. So that's 6. Let's say he's up to at least 7 at that point. Dallas and Carolina. Say he gets 2 points. Yeah. So that's 9. Pittsburgh,
2 to 3.
Which is also, by the way, the Hall of Fame night. The night that who are the 2 going in this year? Like, do you know the Oilers Ring of Honor?
We did this.
Is it Craig McTavish? Craig McTavish and Randy Gregg.
Yeah, Randy Gregg. I was gonna be like, I know the guy.
So you go up against Sid the Kid, the gang.
Dude, that'd be a sick Friday night. That's the first Friday night game of the season. Oh,
John says, "Why are you guys downplaying his scoring? He is going to start the season on fire." I hope so. We also have him at 10 points through like 7 games in the year, so it can't be that bad. I'm lowballing him a little bit, but even if he gets to Pittsburgh and he has 10 points, I think getting 18 points before the Pittsburgh game is kind of insane.
That's crazy. But he is an insane hockey player. I like this. Who just said this? Sergeant Battle. Earliest Pittsburgh, latest Vegas.
So 1, 2.
I think I agree with that very much. So. Way to go, Sergeant.
8. Pittsburgh is game 8 of the season. So
still crazy.
He would need
Columbus.
I mean, someone's right. Who was it there? Aiden O'Neill said, "You guys don't think he can get 3 or 4 points in one of those games against the shitty teams?" I mean, yeah, I think he probably could. But that's still to say Pittsburgh is the early game. 18 points in 8 games of the season. I think that's a lot.
I can't do the math live. Somebody let me know the average of Connor McDavid's first 10 games.
I'm going to say he gets it on the road against Nashville. That is my locked-in pick. This not the second. On Halloween. Spooky night. So the earliest, again, I know I just kind of played myself a little bit by saying Pittsburgh is too early to get it, but if he is going to achieve it, Pittsburgh could be the night because of how easy that kind of 3 of those first 4 games are. We don't really know what Nashville is. Dallas will be a close game. Carolina at home. Last year, it was like a 6-4 game or something like that. So I'm going to say Pittsburgh is my earliest. My locked-in pick is
This is why
Nashville.
I love the chat, Liam. This is why I love you, Aiden. Thank you.
2.25 points per game to get it against Pittsburgh.
That's a little crazy, but so is Connor McDavid. I don't want to be the guy to doubt him, right?
Exactly. Sergeant Battle said Columbus sucks, Calgary sucks, Philly sucks, Chicago sucks, Pittsburgh sucks. 2 points per game right there is 10. Yeah. Then you also play Carolina, Dallas, and Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So if he just gets 3 points in those games, he's still only at 13.
Yeah, I say Columbus to Vegas. It's somewhere in that. I don't want to get too crazy.
Nashville is my locked-in pick. Pittsburgh's my earliest. Vegas is my latest. What's your official pick? You have to make an official pick.
Earliest Columbus, latest Vegas on November 6th.
What's your official pick, though?
Columbus.
That's when you think he'll get it? Okay.
Columbus. At the end of the Columbus game, he will be at 1,000 points. I'd say clip it, but I have to clip it. Clip it towards it.
James said on the road in Calgary would be fun. When do they play Calgary on the road? That must be in November, sorry. Okay, November 3rd. Very realistic. Yes, that would be a great one.
That one, yeah.
If there's one game you'd want to it happen the most in this first 2 months, what game would it be? I have my eyes on it right now.
Tell me.
November 16th in Toronto.
Yeah. Okay. That
would be great.
I thought road, and I was like, well, that wouldn't be cool. No, that'd be fantastic. Nick Alberga, take that.
He's probably getting his 1,010 point at that point.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't think it's happening on that day. That's way too
late.
That
Saturday night Vancouver game there. That'd
be nice.
That's gonna be nice. There's gonna be some animosity in that one.
Yeah, those pissy pants Vancouver fans crying all over their beers again.
Yep. That was a great description, Liam. I love that.
I listened to them on Twitter, but I have them all muted, so it never happened. But let us know again in the chat when you think Connor McDavid will get his 1,000th NHL point.
I like Diz's optimism, but
game 2, 9 points. I mean, hey, never know. There probably is a 5-point game in there.
Yeah, you got to think
like
so.
4 or 5 points.
One of that Chicago game right off the hop. I really, really, really like that start, dude. You get your bearings under you. I feel scarred mentally from what happened last season. Just really want to get out in front of the 8 ball, not behind the 8 ball to start the season.
I think it's an exciting start to the year 2 of the games you have. Winnipeg Edmonton, I think, is like a low key rival.
Yep.
Is good games every time. Chicago, Bedard versus McDavid. You're probably getting the best of a Chicago team at that point, too.
That'll be like, I bet that's like TNT. That'll get some
maybe
coverage.
Yeah, possibly. Hockey Night in Canada at least. But yeah, that's probably the best you're going to get of Chicago. Calgary, Edmonton is always a good game. It doesn't matter if one team's first, one team's last. It's just Battle of Alberta. Philly, I think they will be terrible, to be honest. New look Nashville. I don't know where they'll be in their home schedule, but I would assume it's one of the first. Obviously, Dallas last season, we knocked them out. Carolina, the history there. McDavid versus Crosby. Like, that's a really, really fun start to the year, and then the rest kind of
and a bunch at home. Maybe you can get your mojo rolling.
You get Toronto early in the year, Vancouver early in the year. Like, actually got a pretty exciting
that first
schedule.
Weekend, though. Chicago and Calgary.
Back-to-back at home.
Back-to-backs. Let's go.
That's actually,
I'm excited to start pre-gaming again. I miss you all so much. I want to. Orgy's bankroll isn't the same without other people telling me which one to bet.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all working as well. It's all working as well.
Having those back-to-back so early in the year is probably beneficial too. I don't know how many of the others.
Remember last year how many we had to finish the season?
Tons.
It was a lot. It was tons.
A lot. What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.